Hey guys, Mike with HÜKR here. Today we're going to show you how to set up the UltraLite QuikBlind. So for today's setup, you're going to need the blind and you're going to need the Trek and Shoot poles. So we'll go ahead and get started with the Trek and Shoot poles. So just go ahead and open the box, get into the bag, and in the bag you will find a right and left system. The system is the receiver. This one rotates, and then this is the hook system. So obviously in the bipod system, that's how these come together and make a bipod, but for today. So how these go into the blind is the hook will be on the right side of the blind and this receiver will be on the left, and you're going to rotate these out like such. But let's go ahead and extend these out as high as they possibly can go, or as long. Go ahead and get the left one set up. And you're going to want to make sure these snap tight, so when we tighten down the blind, they don't shrink at all. There you go. Okay, so now that we've got the poles set up, let's go ahead and set those there. Set that one right there. Next, let's go ahead and get into the blind. So in the box, so just so you guys are aware, we did provide an extra adapter. This one's going to fit a little tighter than the one that's currently on the blind. So that way, if you guys feel like, you know, depending on your climate and the heat, if this one works better, go ahead and swap that out. It's really easy to do that. So go ahead and set that aside. But in the bag, go ahead and pull that out all the way. Okay, so once that's out, so in the bag you're going to find six pegs total. So four of these is going to be for the main section of the blind, and the other two will be for the sides. So I like to go ahead and just pull the pegs for the sides and just kind of put those in your pocket for now. And then for the string, I like to, before you go out into the field, it's probably a good idea to go ahead and obviously test everything before you go in the field, but I like to open up these loops a little bit so that way they're not so long when I go attach the peg and stake down the blind. So I would kind of create a loop similar to this, and it's going to be the bottom one. So on these, you just take the bottom loop and just extend that out, but you'll know it's the right one when you can pull here and it doesn't tighten back up. So now that we've got our adapters, so once the string's unraveled, you're going to go ahead and unlock these two. They just slide apart really easy, actually. There you go. And this one is going to be, as you can see, this is a receiver, so this is going to go into the hook side over here, and this one is going to go into the side. As you can see, it goes into the receiver here, but don't quite put those connected yet. So next, open up the blind, and you'll know you'll have the top because this is the magnetic window we have for shooting your bow or your rifle through. So once you have the top, just go ahead and lay that down. Just extend that out. Next, you're going to want to take your trekking pole, and you're going to see this opening here, this reinforced area. You're going to just set the bottom in there. Then you're going to take the top and pull that over, and just make sure the hook at this point is facing on the outside. Next, you're going to pull back the sides, and there's a window that's cut perfectly for that. So once you pop that through, next you're going to take this adapter and you're going to slide that up on till it's nice and tight. Okay. Next, you're going to take one of the pegs and attach that to the end. And then go about an arm's length like this. Stick that in. Go. Now you're going to want to do the same thing over here. Take that peg, attach it to the loop. There you go. Okay, so now that we've got that attached, you're going to want to keep some tension here as we pull that over. Now we're going to do the same thing over here. Just rotate this to the outside, take the bottom, put it in that pocket, and then pull this over the top. Okay, so now we've got this nice and tight. Push that through the opening. Next, you're going to take this adapter, plug that in there, take one of the pegs, loop that through the top. You're going to extend that out. There you go. Okay, and then you can straighten that up. Okay, now that we've got the, let's go ahead and fix that, popped out. There you go. Now that we've got the main section up, you can go ahead and pull back these sides. Make sure you get everything nice and tight. There. Okay, so now you've got the blind set up. You can go ahead and cinch these down tight if you want. If we got some wind, you know, you can always tighten these down. But that's the way it should look like as soon as you're done. As you can see, there's plenty of space back here for a couple guys in your gear. You've got your magnetic window. It's super quiet. We already preset these for a rainfly system, as you can see here and here. So we're in the process of developing that right now. That'll give us some protection from some rain. But yeah, that's it. If you guys have any questions on this setup, please let us know. We'd love to work with you and make sure that it meets your needs in the field. Thanks, guys.